with tea for two and two for tea, with tea for two and two for tea. Picture me.
Hello everyone, this is my 2019 Ram ProMaster 2500. It's a 159-inch wheelbase high roof. It's got about 23,400 miles currently as this video is being made. I've recently finished my van. I lived in it for I guess about 9 months. Recently finished it in the last year, I guess. I've just been using it as a daily driver, and it's time to, I believe, sell it and just get a normal vehicle since I'm living a normal life now. So my original intentions building this van out were to live in it full time. I knew I was going to have a dog in there, and so I put a lot of redundancy. As you see with the generator, I've got DC charging, shore power, solar, a lot of different things, different ways to power this van. I always wanted it to be climate controlled. There's the 15 amp outlet. There's a light on the back so you can see. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that there was always climate controlled for the dog inside the van. But again, that was temporary. It didn't last as long as I thought it would. Ended up getting a house here in Florida, and so now it's time to let it go. I showed you the 15 amp plug. This is the 30 amp plug. I have the 30-foot cable that goes with that in the van there. I've added these plastic louvers on the side here that are tinted. That allows you to drive with the vehicle with the windows down and not having to worry about water or rain or anything coming into the van. You can also leave them slightly open during the day to let air go in and out, and no one can tell if they're open. That's some weather stripping on top of the door so that rain doesn't come in. So this is the van. It's completed. It's all maple and black walnut. I've got a Coleman 15K BTU AC/heater up top there. I'll go over everything individually as we go along here. As you can see, it's got a Murphy bed that comes down. It's got a little mini garage. It's got a lot of storage available. Some of it's filled up currently with tools and cleaning products and camping equipment. This is the MPPT charge controller for my solar panels. I have 660 watts of solar on top. Renogy 330 watt panels. These are the tie downs. These are strong enough to tie down a large V-twin motorcycle, which I have a KTM 1090 Adventure. That was the whole purpose of having the Murphy bed, was to be able to put my paramotor in my motorcycle and do cross-country trips. That's a Scirocco 2 fan there. So I have a 33-gallon water tank in here, a 43-inch 4K television with Apple TV 4K. Like I said, I was going to be living in this thing full time. I needed all my creature comforts that I was normally used to, just in a much smaller transportable area. So as you can see, I've built a desk, and this desk goes multiple ways. This is an add-on for cooking and cleaning dishes and stuff like that. Folds right down out of the way, doesn't move. This is the Phillip there next to it for the water. 33-gallon water tank. I also have a 4-gallon Bosch water heater on demand. It's electric, and heats the water up extremely fast. 4 gallons is pretty much perfect for a nice cowboy shower outdoors. I use it when I do my adventure trips. I've only got to do one adventure trip in this thing for about 4 weeks. It was great. And as you can see, I've got the desk in another configuration. You can move it pretty much however you want. This is the leg for the Murphy bed, or it can also be countertop space if you're in the van working. So there's a lot of different configurations you can put this van in. One of my main things that I wanted to be able to do was to stand up full height and not have to worry about hitting my head in this van. I'm 6'3" tall, and as you can see, I fit in here. I'm tight, but I fit in here perfectly. I can stand up without ever having to worry about hitting my head, and this has been really great. The whole van is spray foam insulated with, it's about 2 inches thick with the closed cell foam. Has been great for keeping the climate cool even here in Central Florida. The solar being on top really does a good job of helping keeping the sun off the top of the roof as well as generate power. So a lot of awesome stuff. So this is the power distribution panel from Power Dynamics. It's also got a 12 volt converter and a 60 amp lithium charger for my lithium iron phosphate batteries. I've got 110 outlets all over the van with USB on those power outlets, as well as 12 volt outlets all over the van. This is just some additional cubby storage with a hydraulic strut. More storage up there. As you can see, my sink, and that lifts up for more storage space. My wife loves this van for cooking and just being able to use all this different areas for different work surfaces and work areas of the van. Haven't got to use it a lot for adventures, but when we do, it's been really nice. That's how I use the cowboy shower there. You've got a sink. You can store stuff in. You can move that tray out of there if you need to for cleaning. And yeah, that's the switches for the hot water heater and the water pump. 12 volt water pump, 110 water heater. This is a storage area underneath the desk there. Got a trash can. There used to be a one wheel back there. That's what that wood post was for. Now it's just a trash can area. So I've got power outlet that goes to this little hole if you need it. Storage area for shoes and tie downs. And then I have these little tie down hooks all over the van. And these aren't just cosmetic. These actually go through the van completely and are structural to the van. So you can really put a lot of weight. You can really tie down a lot of weight with those. Life van hack, Dyson vacuum. I can't recommend this enough. If you own a van and live out of it, this thing works wonders. I use it all the time. Pretty much every other day I'll just do a quick cleanup with this thing. Like I said, when I was living in it, I had a miniature schnauzer, and she would bring in a little bit of sand on the floor. I don't have floor mats, and so anytime she would come in, I would just pull this Dyson vacuum out, as I'm going to demonstrate here, and clean up the floors, and in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, my whole van is clean again. So real quick, specifications. I have a 2000 watt Renogy inverter charger. It's a 3000 peak watt. I have 3 Renogy 170 amp lithium iron phosphate batteries. All that's underneath the Murphy bed there. The power distribution, the batteries, the inverter, all that stuff's underneath the Murphy bed there. So it's all tucked away nice, neat, and clean. It's very easy to get to with some magnetic pieces of wood down there. Again, all maple and black walnut. There's that Dyson vacuum all tucked away back there with the different attachments. So 510 amp hours total of lithium iron phosphate. Does a really good job running my AC, pretty much everything, for quite a while, especially if that sun's out. It does a really good job. So as you can see, this is my Murphy bed. It's somewhat heavy. I didn't put hydraulic struts on there, but it's not that hard. It's got a pin up top that you saw me release to get the bed down. You just lift up that leg, and yeah, plenty of room to maneuver back and forth between the bed and the storage area there. Here I've got all my camping equipment, quite a bit of space down there. Here it goes all the way to the floor, and that is cleaning products as well as a area for my tools that will come with the van. I'll show you all that later. So just demonstrating going from my desk to my bed here. Lots of space to maneuver around. And I'm going to show you an add-on that I have added to this van. If you plan on having 2 people in this van, more specifically temporarily, then this is the perfect setup. Make sure the air is safe. It's also a thermostat letting me know what the temperature and the purity of the air. This is the inverter controller, the Victron BMS V712V, I think, Smart. I can't remember what that thing's called. And these are just some strong rubberized magnets for storing safety equipment, or whatever else you may want to put up there. I obviously use it for that. Staying in those sketchy areas, I like to have a little extra protection plan for immediate action. This is one of the mini storage areas I use for my towels and plastic Tupperware, my his and her bag, lots of a little personal space. Those are fully extension slides there, medicine cabinet with a mirror. There's another little area above that, as you can see, and then there's my closet, full-size closet for t-shirts, suits, whatever you need to take. Like I said, I lived in this van full time for about 9 months, and having all these features is really, really nice. Makes being able to just up and drive away without having to make any changes to the van great. Not having to worry about stuff sliding off shelves. Everything's got a location. Most of the time I would leave my bed down when I'm driving, but very easy to pick up. This is a Dometic 75 quart freezer fridge. You can use it as 2 freezers or 2 fridges or however you want to set that up. It's Bluetooth. A lot of Bluetooth capability in this van with that smart controller for the battery, the 712 Smart, the Renogy MPPT charger is Bluetooth as well. But yeah, that refrigerator freezer also was enough for me to live by myself for about 2 weeks. Plenty of food storage there. More storage area for books and just whatever. Places to plug in laptops. Again, 110 outlets everywhere. I have 5-volt USB everywhere, as well as 12-volt access everywhere. Here's a look at all my camping gear, basically just to show you how deep the area is. A lot of storage space. And underneath that's that 33-gallon water tank. Underneath the sink is where I have the water heater and the water pump, the pressure tank, and all that stuff. This is storage. The wheel well's underneath all the cleaning products there, and the obviously a lot of space still left, but this is the tool area, and that's the Cobalt tools that will come with the van. This is nice in case I need to work on my motorcycle, my paramotor, my van, whatever I may need that stuff for. As I built this little area to kind of fit this toolkit, I just will include that with the van. Comes with all the bedding. It's a twin extra large bed. I'm 6'3". I fit in that thing perfectly fine. There's a little outlet down there, by the way. A little outlet there. So I have a light switch at both points of entry in the van with a dimmer switch and there's different zones as well. Behind the TV, I've got, like I said, that USB, 12-volt USB right there. So even if the power isn't on, you can use that. 110 outlet as well. And yep, more outlets. Like I said, they are everywhere, so you can get access to power pretty much anywhere and everywhere. Little 12-volt fan there, Scirocco 2, very quiet, efficient, and you can maneuver it however you would like. I use it for turning it on for sleeping mostly. It really moves air around nicely. And the way the AC works, it really comes across the top of that roof, keeping the van nice and cool. And then the addition of this fan does a great job of blowing that cold air directly on your face if that's what you want. So this is a cool feature. If you aren't living full-time with 2 people, which it is possible to do very easily in this van, but this is designed, this is more of an afterthought. Once I did not plan on getting married, but it's funny how life works. Freshly divorced and built the van to live in. And then all of a sudden I met this great woman and got married. And so now I had to add an addition. And surprisingly, this is something that I wanted to avoid initially, but I designed it to be for myself, but it's actually extremely comfortable and very easy to set this up. So 2 people very easily sleep on this bed very comfortably. Very secure, very solid, and extremely soft. Like I said, this is a Tuft & Needle 12-inch thick memory foam mattress. It's called the Mint. Awesome mattress. I love sleeping on this thing. In fact, when I first started dating my girlfriend and before we got married, I like to joke that I wanted to go out and sleep in my van. It's way more comfortable, and it actually is. So yeah, very easy to, lots of space for 2 people. Even before I added this on, we would sleep up there. It was a little crammed width-wise, I'm not gonna lie, but it was definitely doable. We did several trips to Texas like that. With this addition, it's very comfortable. And so plenty of storage below. I normally keep my small little toilet down there. This is a trash can toilet, basically. It's a modified 5-gallon bucket, essentially. Holds your toilet paper. I've got some biodegradable trash bags down there. And it's just so quick and easy for the number 2s. Emergency stuff. I love that thing. It's cheap and effective. Keeps the van from stinking, all that stuff. This is a generator that my dad helped me build. It's a 3,000 watt Generac generator inside that's locked up, can't get into, but very easy to start with the keys. Obviously, as you can see, you can still open the doors plenty fine, and I just wanted that redundancy for a backup in case I wasn't getting solar power or my DC to DC wasn't enough to keep everything running. I wanted to be able to quickly charge my battery bank up, all while still being able to run the heater and air conditioning. These are these two 330 watt Renogy solar panels that you see up top. Do a great job of keeping the sun off the van and the batteries charging. I've added a LED light out to the back, and I actually use this a lot more than I thought I would. It's a great feature to have that. And then this is just a quick look at this maple hardwood. Like I said, it's all maple and black walnut. Storage underneath there, and there are 2 access points to this storage, as you can see. And plenty of space for storage. Most of the time I leave the bed vent down when I'm using it, unless I'm actually carrying a motorcycle or my paramotor or something. But yeah, 12 volt lighting, dimmable, 4K TV. That's the smallest TV I could get and still have 4K. This is a quick example of how quickly this desk breaks down. It goes directly behind my driver's seat there. This little post, and that just goes behind my driver's seat as well. This fan does have the 220 amp alternator, 510 amp hours of lithium iron phosphate. You've got 2 shore power availability. You've got the generator and solar. So this is a 15K BTU Coleman Mach 8. Little overkill, but it doesn't really power cycle all that much. It's really effective and efficient, especially on low power mode. I've added this little louver here to allow air to come in a little bit better down there. Again, the black walnut. Little dispenser here for my paper towels. And I've just been overall happy with everything in this van. And more space there for the Keurig and whatever else you may want to throw in there. It's kind of a mess right now, but I got an air fryer. Lots of different, my wife loves bringing food and cooking in this van when we go to Texas to see my family. And then these are the window curtains that come with the van. They do a really good job of keeping light in and out. So if you want light out, they do a great job of that. I'm doing a good job of not seeing much light from the outside. And these are my window curtains. They stick up really fast. I just throw them above my driver's seat. There's a little storage area right there. You see the top of the screen. I'll throw them up there when I'm done driving or ready to move. They do a really good job. They're very energy efficient. If I could change anything in this van now, the only thing I would change is the AC unit. And that's only because recently the 12 volt units come out. A little more efficient, but most of the time I was on shore power anyway, so it wasn't a big of a deal. And like I said, I can run this thing all day on AC with the batteries and the solar going. So pretty nice. So that's pretty much it, guys. It's everything you see. It's got a trailer hitch, the trailer wiring. So if you are interested in this van, reach out to me on Instagram. I don't really use messaging on YouTube. So just message me on Instagram. You can look me up through Awkbots. It's AWKBOTS or van.bots. Either one of those, and I will get back to you pretty quickly. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.